Welcome to Digital Equip. This session is entitled Creating a Safe Small Group Environment. Everyone desires to be known and to know other people. The small group environment has a great potential to connect people with each other, but how we create that environment matters. Listen as Nikki Green talks about how to create a safe small group environment.
Everyone I know has sin in their life, past or present, that they want to hide and certainly never share. At any point, people are dealing with difficult circumstances, relationships, or conflict in their lives that they don't want to admit or reveal. But our God doesn't run from those difficult issues. In fact, that's what He specializes in. What Satan intended to steal, kill, and destroy, God intended for His good, His purpose, and His glory. And before real life change can take place, we have to deal with those deep-rooted sin issues that perhaps have been hidden for a long time, or even current struggles that are preventing spiritual growth. And at Eastview, we believe that real life change and spiritual growth takes place through small groups. So I want to talk to you about creating small group environments where real growth can occur. This happens by creating spaces that feel safe to talk about the issues we like to hide in our lives. I want to begin by laying Romans 12:9 down over this entire topic. Don't pretend to love others, really love them. Creating safe environments begins with love. If you don't love the people in your small group, you will never create a safe space. It has been said that a true friend is someone that knows everything about you and still loves you. We share our hearts with those we trust and trust those that care about us. Small group leaders, I want to read this passage to you from Ephesians 4:1-4. I beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. Always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. Make every effort to keep yourselves united in the Spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. For there is one body and one Spirit, just as you have been called to one glorious hope for the future. If you're struggling with accepting, loving, and understanding those in your small group, or perhaps you're even feeling impatient or annoyed with someone, the antidote for those concerns is prayer. I have found that it's impossible to be upset with someone that you're specifically praying for. God has a way to change our hearts and bind our friendships together through those prayers. I want to take a look at a fearless friendship between David and Nathan in 2 Samuel 12. Now, just imagine yourself in Nathan's shoes. You think you're up against difficult circumstances in your small group. Just play along with me. Can you picture if Nathan was David's small group leader, and maybe their group hasn't met for a couple of weeks, and Nathan has knowledge that David has had an affair with Bathsheba, and then commissioned the death of her husband? How would you be feeling as you are entering your small group? Nathan says this in 2 Samuel 12:9. Why have you despised the word of the Lord and done this horrible deed? You have murdered Uriah and stolen his wife. And David replies with a confession, I have sinned against the Lord. To which Nathan replies, yes, but the Lord has forgiven you. This confrontation took great courage, skill, and tact to speak in a way that David would lovingly respond to Nathan's message. So let's talk through some practical approaches for creating safe environments. What we're really talking about here are a series of crucial conversations. And to succeed in a crucial conversation, we must really care about the interests of others, not just our own. So number one, what is it that you really want? What's your goal for those in your small group? Is your goal to have fun together? Or is it to create fearless Christ followers that share authentic biblical community? And second, do you share a mutual purpose? Does each person in your small group share the same goals as you do? Do they just come to small group to check something off their to-do list? Or do they really want to be personally changed to become more like Jesus by being a part of this small group? For crucial conversations to be effective, you must have a mutual purpose. This is the first condition of safety. When there's a mutual trust and safety, people can talk about anything. And if you're wondering if you have a mutual purpose in your small group, here are some key factors that will help you evaluate if safety is at risk. Number 1, do you end up in debates? 2, is there defensiveness? 3, do people have hidden agendas? Number 4, are accusations being made? And number 5, they're circling back to the same topic over and over again. Your group members need you, their small group leader, to believe you care about them. And second of all, to trust your motives. It has been said that respect is like air. As long as it's present, nobody thinks about it. But if you take that away, it's all people think about. So here are some cues to help you spot when there's a crucial conversation about to happen. Number 1, physical signs of someone in your group. Their posture may change, physically pulling away with their body language, or you might notice their stomach getting tight or begin coughing, their eyes are getting dry, or my favorite, they just begin fidgeting. Number 2, you can see that someone is starting to get emotional. You can see that those emotions are bottling up and they're getting scared or sad or even angry. Pay attention to what they're saying through their body language. Watch for signs when people are becoming fearful. Gifted communicators, or in this case, you as a small group leader, keep their eye on safety. Nothing kills community like fear. When people fear you don't buy their ideas, or they're fearful they will be harmed in some way, they'll start to withdraw and hide. And both of these reactions, fight or flight, are motivated by the same emotion, fear. Encouragement takes place when your love meets a small group member's fear. When we show others that we truly love them, in the midst of their pain, we are providing encouragement. Proverbs 18:21 tells us that the tongue has the power of death and life, but encouraging words bring life, while shaming or harsh words bring death. Your job as a small group leader is to bring words of life to people who are feeling the sting of death emotionally. Here's some tips for becoming an encourager. Number 1, be slow to speak. Familiar passage from James 1:19. A great way to encourage members is to listen to their stories with attentiveness. Don't try to fix things. Don't give them just pat answers. Just simply listen. You can respond with something as simple as, "Thank you for sharing that." Number 2, exercise sensitivity. The Bible reminds us that our speech should be seasoned with salt and our words should be filled with grace. Remember that Jesus was 100% grace and 100% truth at the same time. Number 3, show kindness when you speak. Truth spoken gently is more easily heard. There's so much I can share about creating safe environments in small groups, but I'm certainly no expert. God continues to develop my character, increase my love for others, and sometimes He painfully prunes the areas that I need to cut out of my life that hurt me and hurt others. But we're in this together, If you need support or encouragement in leading your safe small group, our small group team is here to love you and encourage you, and we believe in you. Small groups are the primary environment for life change. When you trust God to help you lead and create safe environments, we will truly become a church of fearless Christ followers whose ridiculous love and dangerous witness are irresistible.